my name's Amy DeLeecious. Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel, Eats DeLeecious. And today I'm going to show you how I make my blueberry orange breakfast cake. All right, so now let's round up the ingredients that we need for this cake. You're going to need quinoa. This can be red quinoa, white quinoa, tricolor. I have white here. You're going to need coconut oil. You're going to need maple syrup. This is a grade A maple syrup. You're going to need blueberries. Fresh is always great. Organic is definitely the go. But they can be frozen and you don't even need to defrost them, which is great. 1 orange. 1 can of light coconut milk. Pink Himalayan sea salt and vanilla extract. You're going to need 1/4 cup of dates, which mine are kind of small, so this is 7 small dates. Make sure they're pitted and they don't have the stems on them. 2 eggs from your fridge, and then vanilla protein powder. And this is my go-to just because it's vegan and I love it, but whatever you guys happen to have at home works great. And with that, let's get mixing. Okay, so the first step, you want to mix 1/3 cup uncooked quinoa with 2/3 cup of your light coconut milk. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is put your quinoa and coconut milk on the stove over medium-high heat. Give it a quick stir so the quinoa isn't clumped together, and we want to wait until that comes to a boil. In the meantime, let's put the oven on 400 as a preheat, and we'll come back to this once this is boiling. Once the quinoa is boiling, we want to turn the heat all the way to low and cover with a lid and let that sit for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so next step, you want to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and mix that with 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And we want to put that in the microwave just till it's nice and blended together. Okay, so that was about 20 seconds in the microwave. Once you take it out, you want to just give it a quick stir just to make sure the coconut oil is completely blended in with the maple syrup. Okay, so for the next step, you're going to need 2 eggs. Just crack it right into the bowl. And then you're going to want 1/2 a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And a pinch of salt. Then you want to grab your whisk and just give it a nice, quick whisk just until it's all incorporated. So once all of those are incorporated, you want to get a larger mixing bowl and you want to add that egg mixture straight into that bowl along with that melted maple with coconut oil that we did earlier. So just add those straight in the bowl. Give those 2 a little whisk together and then set that aside. Okay, next step is you wanted to grab that 4th cup of dates, put them on your cutting block, and you want to chop these dates into a medium to fine mince. So once you're done, they'll be about this size. And put that into a bowl, all those dates. Great. To that bowl with the dates, we want to add 3/4 cup frozen blueberries. Just right in there. And then we're going to use the vanilla protein powder. Grab about a tablespoon of that protein powder and toss that right on top of the blueberries and date mixture. And you want to give that a toss together. I'll show you what it's looking like. This is really just to keep the dates from clumping and the blueberries from sinking to the bottom of the cake. Perfect. It'll be crumbly, but they'll all be separate. You don't want like one muffin that has like all the date combined in one bite. So this is perfect. Great. Put that aside. So our quinoa is done. This was the quinoa that we mixed with the coconut milk over the stove. So what we're going to want to do is grab our bowl that has the egg mixture and go ahead and add that quinoa coconut mixture right into the bowl. Perfect. you want to go ahead and add a half a cup of protein powder. So we had a half a cup of the vanilla protein powder, but I used about a tablespoon of it to coat the blueberries and the dates. So add that remaining half cup protein powder right into the bowl. Next, let's grab our blueberry and date mixture and go ahead and put that right in the bowl as well. All right. Once all the ingredients are in, just stir to combine. You don't need to over stir this. You really just want to make sure it's all incorporated. Make sure there's no really glaring lumps. All right, and then the last little burst of flavor we're gonna add to this cake is some orange zest. So I'm gonna do the zest from half of an orange. And so you just put the zester right over the bowl and you just kind of rotate the orange around. You don't want to get the pith, which is the white part of the orange, because that is where it's more bitter, and you just want that bright citrusy pop on the outside, and that's where all the essential oils are. That's kind of why it has that nice gloss to it. All right, perfect. I'd say that's about a tablespoon of orange zest. And give that a stir. You can smell the orange, the fresh orange, which is great. And the blueberries in there. Okay, let's get our cake pan ready. Okay, so now we can grab our cake pan. Again, feel free to make muffins out of these too. It works just as great. And I have a clean paper towel here with some coconut oil, and I'm just gonna wipe down the bottom of this cake pan. And then from there, we'll put our mixture, which just so you can see what it looks like. It is pretty wet, and it's gonna be really moist and delicious when it's finished. So go ahead and scoop that straight into the cake pan. And then we had our oven preheating to 400. So we wanna just pop that right in the oven. Give it a good spread on the bottom. You're gonna want this to cook in your oven at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so I just heard the timer go off, so go ahead and grab a hot pad and something to grab your cake loaf with. Oh, that's amazing. The blueberries, if you can hear them, they're like bubbling and sizzling. It looks great. It smells like bright orange. It's amazing. What we're gonna wanna do next is let this cool in the pan completely. Okay, so good news, our blueberry orange quinoa cake has fully cooled. I obviously cut myself a little sneaker bite here. I put some fresh strawberries on top. I just wanted you to see the texture up close. It's almost like a flourless, how flourless chocolate cakes are more dense and a little bit more gooey. The quinoa in this took the place of any flour that you normally would put in a cake. And then cooking that quinoa with the coconut really helps infuse that coconut flavor along with the coconut oil in this recipe. Really low sugar because it's really just from the dates and a little bit of that maple. And then high protein from the quinoa and the protein powder. So this definitely gets a green light for a breakfast cake in my book. This would be amazing with a hot cup of coffee, or just grab a little square on your way out the door before the gym or after the gym. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up below and write in your comments if you happen to try this recipe, and subscribe to Eats DeLeecious, and I'll have lots more yummy, healthy recipes coming your way soon. All right, thanks.